Hey, good morning, freshmen. This is Mr. Phelps, of course. So we've got Jonathan Edwards we're going to read today. And Jonathan Edwards was a very charismatic and very intense pastor. All right. He was a Puritan pastor around the same time that Benjamin Franklin was alive. So thinking about yesterday's reading and thinking about like how Benjamin Franklin tried to attain perfection, what he called perfection, whether he was ever going to achieve that or not is um, unlikely, of course. But the idea of Jonathan Edwards is that he is, trying to essentially do the same thing. He's trying to lead people toward closer to perfection. Um, and since he was living during the same time, he was subject to the same kind of cultural values. And of course, he dealt with that a different way. You can see in Benjamin Franklin's piece, Benjamin Franklin had very little to say about religion. And for Jonathan Edwards, who is a pastor, a Puritan pastor, it was his whole life. And so he's going to deal with the way to give advice a little differently. What I would like you to see in this is read the first page, and you'll get a little bit of a background on who Jonathan Edwards was, and what this might have been like. The piece that he's most known for, and the piece that we're going to read a little bit from, is called "Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God." And what you'll see is that it's super fire and brimstone. We don't hear many preachers talk like this anymore, um, and I think it's because we just maybe don't have a taste for it anymore. It's kind of a tough read, um, so you'll get the idea as soon as you get into it. But what I'd like you to look for, the piece I'm going to have you read is only about a quarter, page and a third itself. But I'd like you to look for metaphor. The way, we're going to return to a little bit of rhetorical analysis for a minute. But take a look at metaphor. That's what your prompt is about. And I'm going to have you post your prompt also in Microsoft Teams. That being said, I don't want you to get into a discussion like you have been the last few days. I know that's a little weird. I would like you to post it kind of publicly in Microsoft Teams, but I want you all to try to formulate your own ideas. And so that means I don't want you to read anybody else's pieces until after you've written your own, and just be honest. I'm much more interested in hearing about your own piece from yourself, but I would also like you to read other pieces, other responses. So look at the prompt in there. It's going to be about metaphor. There's lots of different metaphors in here, and the ways that he uses them. So yeah, read through that and complete that assignment. That's what we got to do today. And then on Friday, we're going to do a no red ink. And I may very quickly kind of run you through a little piece of fiction from the same era so that we can finish out the Age of Enlightenment. All right. See you then. Take care.